Let's go to line 3. You're live on Talk Sport. Good morning.
Good morning. Are the IQ of the issues discussed on sports radio lowered?
Are you going to go on like this for much longer?
Lowered to
Are you going to go on like this much longer, or can we have a conversation?
Yeah, I'm asking a question.
Well, I'm not here to answer. I'm not here to answer well-rehearsed questions. Would you turn next to somebody in the pub and start a conversation like this?
Oh yes.
Well, then, no wonder you haven't got any friends.
I'm asking if it's...
No wonder you're reduced to ringing me.
I'm asking if it's...
Well, ring your mother
about the sport.
Ring your mother and ask her.
Because it seems to me that what you was questioning that other person, he was really questioning a social injustice.
No, you're like him. You think it makes you seem important if you're bothered about things like this.
No, we don't want social injustice.
Who's we?
People.
Which people?
Everybody.
People commit social injustice. You commit social injustice every time you breathe.
How?
You know perfectly well how. It's just that it makes you feel better to believe that everybody else is committing social injustice. You commit social injustice every time you have jam on your bread when there's people in Rwanda who haven't got any bread. That's a social injustice.
For misinformation.
Did you eat jam on your bread today?
I don't eat jam.
You only eat what sustains you, and the rest you give to Rwanda. You liar.
Yes, I'm going to sort of fly a plane over with a jam sandwich.
Exactly, so you commit a social injustice because you eat more than you need.
This is a puerile argument.
It's an argument you can't answer.
No, it's an argument that you
You
can't
commit social injustice by eating more than you need.
You're going to abstract theory when in actual fact...
No, sir.
What you pertain to is to ignore relevant facts like the previous caller was making, which was a social injustice, and if we allow social injustice, then it'll affect me, you, and everybody.
Now listen to me very carefully.
Stupid infantile spirituality.
Oh, shut up, you fool! Listen to me.
Oh, I'm a fool as well.
Yes, you are a fool. You're a lost fool.
No, I'm not.
And like that last you are, and like that last caller, the reason that you are lost is because you have been given a map.
When the Nazi
Will you listen to me? The reason you are lost is because you have been given your map by the media.
The media does not give me map. I pick out...
The media tells you what you think ought to be important, and you fall for it. Right, left and centre.
I pick out anything. If I see people sleeping rough, I see it with my eyes.
What do you do about it?
I give them money and I sort of write letters.
Well, take one of them home and shut up until you do.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Do something about it.
Yeah, and then he'll kill me or something.
Oh, he'll kill you. Now, where did you get the idea that if you give somebody a home, they'll kill you?
Because you can't just pick
Not from the media, surely.
Because you can... Yeah, well, occasionally you hear of people having done a charitable deed and sort of suffering their life for it.
I worry that people like you get all your ideas from the media and none of your ideas from real life.
I pick out
real life.
I pick out my ideas from real life. I select what I feel important, and any social injustice, I'll do anything to advertise it and to show that it's wrong.
Why don't you? What's the biggest social injustice on planet Earth at the moment?
The greatest social injustice, poverty.
Right. Where?
All over.
No, not all over. Where? Not in Monaco.
In every.
In Monaco?
In every country, there's a.
Where is it at its worst?
Where is it worse? I suppose that it'll be Africa, India, third world countries.
Why aren't you there doing something about that, then?
Because I haven't got the funding to do so.
No, of course you haven't, have you? So it's a lot easier to waste your money phoning a radio station and telling everybody else they ought to feel bad compared to you, because you're the one who cares. If you're the first person to ring up the radio station and point out what everybody else ought to be worried about, somehow it makes you better than everybody else, because you were the first one to mention it that evening. Therefore, you've done your bit. Well, you haven't done your bit. You've done nothing. Nothing at all. Only made things worse. Only put other people's hackles up because you go on at them about what they ought to be doing, when you yourself, in actual fact, are doing nothing at all, except putting other people off doing something worthwhile. Do things. Existentialism is the thing for you. Do something. And when you've done it, and done it, and done it, over and over again, then perhaps someone might listen to you. But you'll probably not bother to say anything if you've done it and done it and done it. Because you'll recognise that saying anything doesn't do anything at all. Doesn't achieve anything at all. It's doing things that matters. Now, of course, you can't get to Africa and feed 12 million people. But there's somebody around your corner, around the corner from you who needs your help. There's probably somebody in your house, or there ought to be, who needs your help right now, needs a cuddle. Right now could use a cup of tea. Right now could use a little note just put on the pillow for when they wake up. Right now. And those are the little things that you can do and you should do. Because there's poverty under your roof. Not necessarily nutritional poverty, but emotional poverty in everybody's lives. And people who go on about these damn issues are just creating more emotional poverty in the world. I thought that before I got there. Well, I must admit, I did get there rather nicely.